Hello, and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Whiteside. I want to thank you so much for joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it very, very much. And you know, it's springtime, and spring means the coming of May. And when May gets here, we all think about the Thibodaux Firemen's Fair. That's just the way it is. Very excited to have with us Mr. Jim Leday, president of the Fire Board. Welcome back to the show.
Glad to be here this year.
All
As
right.
always, we appreciate what y'all do for the community and bringing this type of an event to everybody's attention.
Well, we appreciate it. Well, look, we don't have to say much about the Firemen's Fair. It kind of speaks on its own. And so Benton Foray, the chief for life, and also a bit of a historian on how things have gone with the Firemen's Fair and what we know about it. But I like the fact that we're going to talk about some things that maybe not everybody does know. But first, I want to put that flyer up. I want to let people know that the Firemen's Fair is going to be May 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Oh, yeah. Firemen's Fair's got to have 4 days. It starts on Thursday, finishes on Sunday. And, of course, it's at the grounds there we do every year.
The intersection of Paris Road and Tiger Drive.
Paris Road and Tiger Drive.
Right near Thibodaux High School.
All of that land that they use and use very well for the Firemen's Fair in Thibodaux. And so thank you very much. I appreciate that, Aaron. It's one of those things where for years now, the Firemen's Fair has been in existence. We've been able to watch that and have some fun. We're going to show a little bit in the background about something that people have experienced, the fun and joy that they've had over the years with that. But the Firemen's Fair, what year is this for the Firemen's Fair?
I don't know exactly what year, but Benton, what year did the Firemen's Fair start?
Yeah,
In the
when did we
80s.
start?
The
In the
fair
80s.
started way back in the 1860s.
Yeah, it was the mid 1800s.
And then the parade, which we have on Sunday, that's also kind of what started this whole process in this
Okay.
event. It was a celebration of the department and the apparatus and the citizens coming out to share with everyone what the event's all about. So
And that first fair netted $250.
$250. I remember that. I remember Ron telling me that. $250. And again, here are some of the shots from over the years, and it's just one of those things that people really look forward to. It is quite obvious about how family oriented this is.
The fair is Thibodaux.
Yeah.
It's part of the culture of Thibodaux. It's part of the history of Thibodaux.
Right.
And we, as the firemen, we certainly appreciate all that support the community has given us for all these years.
Yeah, and it's just, again, when you say that, I want to echo what that really means, Mr. Jimmy, is that when you say it is Thibodaux, it embraces the culture and the life of people that live in Thibodaux, and it echoes and supports the value and all of the things that you guys do as firemen, but it doesn't just start for the weekend of the fair.
Yeah.
Then tell us a little bit about what takes place a whole week before the fair.
So, in preparation for such a big week, we're blessed to have a patron saint in the city of Thibodaux and for our fire department,
Right.
and that is Saint Valerie.
Okay.
And so, the Sunday before, which will be this Sunday, at St. Joseph Co-Cathedral, we'll have a procession of the relic of Saint Valerie and a mass to hopefully have a moment to take some time to be grateful for the blessings we have, and also ask for a successful week next week, and
Right.
all of the participation and hopefully some great weather.
Right.
So,
And so here's a great shot of that patron saint.
yeah. So, it's probably one of the more long-standing traditions we have, but maybe one that people may not know about. And so what we hope this year, and also being the 100th anniversary of St. Joseph Co-Cathedral in its location that it is,
Right.
this will be the 100th anniversary of St. Valerie, and the church being together and kind of synonymous with one another. So we're hoping to get the public to come out this Sunday at 8:45 for the procession of St. Valerie, as well as to celebrate with us the Firemen's Mass at 9:30 at St. Joseph.
Right. And so that is on Sunday, April the 30th, I want to say.
That's
April
this
30th.
coming
This
Sunday.
coming Sunday, April the 30th at 8:45 at St. Joseph Co-Cathedral. And it's a mass to celebrate, and that mass will take place after the
Procession.
procession.
At 9:30.
That's right.
At
8:45.
At 8:45 is the procession. And so it's got to be awfully moving, 100 years celebrating she and the church,
Yeah.
right? In unison.
So St. Valerie originally came in 1868 to the original St. Joseph Church, which burned down. And why the fire department has somewhat of a devotion and an association with St. Valerie is when she arrived in town after Father Charles Menard had an audience with the Pope in the 1860s and requested her relic to come to Thibodaux. When she arrived, there was no way to transport her from the vessel that brought her down Bayou Lafourche. So Father Menard reached out to the fire department, and of course, we always are willing to help.
Always there to serve.
That's right. So we assisted in getting the relic from the boat onto one of our fire apparatus at the time, paraded the relic around Thibodaux, and of course, there were over 4,000 people in attendance, according to the story that we have learned. And
4,000 people in attendance back
in
then.
1868. So
That's a huge number.
Yeah. So as you know, the church caught fire and burned, but the
right.
relic was saved and then eventually brought to where it is housed now, which is St. Joseph Co-Cathedral.
Right.
And the firemen and firewomen, because we have females in our organization now, we're very proud of all of them and their efforts. We are traditionally the individuals in the organization that transport that relic and handle the relic. So it's very special to us.
Well, y'all have earned that right and certainly that honor since y'all began that in 1868. So, gentlemen, thank you so very much for that walk, maybe past that procession, if you will, many, many years ago.
I don't think you would classify us as a volunteer firefighting group per se, because we're very professional at the way we perform that job for the citizens of Thibodaux. We have tremendous training where we bring in people from all over the country to help us learn how to be better firefighters. We have great equipment. So all of the monies and the proceeds from the fair are able to help us fund those types of things. And it really, really helps us get the best equipment available.
Wow. And quite frankly, very often people who want to be there, not because they're paid, but people who want to be there because they care about their community, people who want to be there because they want to serve and truly serve and do that completely voluntarily.
It's a passion. It's a passion in the fire department to do what we do. And we see it every day because it's a part of Thibodaux that has this tradition, yes, that we've talked about, certainly. But you look at the firemen and the fire department and the people involved, it's every facet of life, every kind of occupation you can think of.
Right.
So it's a great group of people that come together when the tone goes off to help our community.
And serve. So, Aaron, put that flyer back up because we want you to be able to be a part of how we can raise some of those monies to make sure that people are taken care of, certainly in Thibodaux. May 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, the Thursday through Sunday. Firemen's Fair. Of course, everybody knows where it is. And lots of great food and music. And it is in Thibodaux. It will take place on those 4 days. Let's talk a little bit about the schedule and what people can expect.
The schedule is all on the website. The website's the key, like in everything today. www.firemansfair.com. Firemansfair.com.
And there's only one of those. That is the Firemen's Fair. So I love the fact that you've got a website just for it.
That's correct.
That people can go and find out more information.
So starts on Thursday, goes through Sunday, as we've said earlier. The big parts about the fair are always food, music, rides.
Yep.
Huge amount of food, crab cakes, shrimp stew, crawfish pies. Crawfish pies are kind of like Lay's potato chips. You can't eat just one.
I like, what a great analogy.
The food is tremendous.
Yes, it's very well known for food.
The music is tremendous. Our headliners this year are Chris Jansen, a country music star, and Everclear, a 90s rock band.
Oh, yeah.
So big time music, big time entertainment throughout the whole fair.
Right.
From beginning to end, you'll find live music. A lot of local groups, a lot of local bands, but our two big headliners.
Okay.
And of course, the rides. The rides are, again, such a part of the tradition of the fair. Last year, we had our first year with a big roller coaster for the younger kids. I think my grandkids rode it 20 times. And with that,
value of pay one price,
yes,
right?
Pay one price. And it's important to note that pay one price has not gone up this year. It's the same price as last year. For $75, you can turn your kids loose for all 4 days,
Wow.
which is a tremendous value.
Right.
But the rides and the roller coaster, the Ferris wheel, all your traditional things. So the fair is really made up of those big components of what people really come out for.
Right.
Tremendous, tremendous time.
Yeah, and so on Thursday, things kind of start around 5 p.m. It's 5 to 11. There's a whole lineup. You want to go and check it out and see who's playing at what time. You know, when you want to spend time singing, dancing, and following along with one of the bands. When you want to spend a little time eating. And for the kids, $75. What a great value for, you know, just over $15 a day, being able to let your kids just go and have fun and ride and ride and ride till they can't ride anymore. On Friday, things start again at 5 p.m. and they go till 12:30 a.m., right?
That's right.
So excited about that. Then on Saturday, it kicks off nice and early at 11, and that goes till 12:30 a.m. once again. And then on Sunday, the fair hours are 11 to 9 p.m. And so if people are looking forward to having some fun all weekend long, Fireman's Fair is always one of them. They also have the option for raffle tickets as well,
Yes.
right?
Can't forget about raffle tickets. I have a few with me here. There's not many left, but $15,000 raffle and 10, 12 other prizes are available. That will all be drawn at 9 p.m.
9 p.m. on Sunday.
Sunday night.
At the close of the fair.
So if you get a phone call at 5 after 9, answer your phone.
Answer the phone at 9:05. Well, you should still be there.
Yes.
I mean, you should
Yes.
still be, you should be in your car
Yes.
waiting for that call.
That's right.
At 9:05. And so I will do like so many others and will get my raffle tickets today. And that way, you don't have to wait for the call
No.
for the big
No,
prize.
you don't.
That will be my phone call. And that will do that. And so, well, Jimmy and Benton, we appreciate so very much you guys with all the hard work, because I know you start working on the fair the Monday after the fair ends. We know that. And the value that it's brought, I love getting that historical perspective about what you guys do the weekend before the procession, preparing yourselves both through the fire department, through the church, through the connection that's there, and in honor and respect of all of Thibodaux. And that's what it's about. It's about serving Thibodaux, and this is one of the ways people can come and serve the fire department by enjoying the Fireman's Fair. We thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for
Thank
having
you,
us.
guys.
All right, guys, that will do it for this particular segment of Bayou Time. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more local programming right here on HTV.